How is integrity important? Integrity makes you secure and confident in who you are as a person. When you don't have integrity, there is nothing to help your self-esteem since you're not honest about your morals and values. Confidence comes from being secure in who you are and reflecting on that to others. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Hello out there. My name is Abdurrashid Bawa. I'm the Executive Chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The fight against corruption is our collective responsibility. I therefore urge you to please put in your best and help the EFCC achieve its mandate of ridding Nigeria of economic and financial crimes. Together, we can win the fight, and we will win the fight.
The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdurrashid Bawa, has called on Nigerians to join the Commission's quest to economic stability and overcoming the national security challenges for sustainable development. The chairman made the call at the Peace and Development Summit 2021, organized by the Sultan Machuda Institute for Leadership and Development Studies, held at the University of Abuja main campus, with the theme of the event as Fostering Peace and Development. Abbas Abubakar Omar tells us more.
The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Abdurrashid Bawa, on Monday, November 8, 2021, called on Nigerians to join the Commission's quest for economic stability and prosperity of Nigeria and overcoming the national security challenges for sustainable development. The EFCC chairman made the call at the Peace and Development Summit 2021 organized by the Sultan Machuda Institute for Leadership and Development Studies, held at the University of Abuja main campus, with the theme Fostering Peace and Development. Explaining the imperative for sustainable development, the EFCC boss, represented by the Commission's Secretary George Ekpungbo, said there is no gainsaying that tackling insecurity is the pathway to sustainable development, as without security, no section of the country's national life will thrive. He therefore urged all Nigerians to join the Commission in its quest for economic stability and prosperity, as collectively the nation can overcome national security challenges for sustainable development to thrive. The EFCC boss also stressed the need to leverage on information and communication technology, which according to him has helped the Commission in solving most of its challenges. He stressed that there is a need to count on the creative energy of Nigerian youths, who are the asset that should not be lost to Nigeria, but decried the alarming rate of youth involvement in internet-related fraud.
I would like to use this opportunity to express my deep appreciation for the privilege to be part of this timely national discourse. The invitation extended to me and other guests to speak here today has demonstrated your commitment to ensuring the dynamism of the discourse as it relates to causal factors of insecurity and underdevelopment in Nigeria, prime amongst which are economic and financial crimes.
In his welcome address, chief host of the summit and Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor Abdurrashid Na'Allah, thanked all participants and called on Nigerians to work together for peace, security and sustainable development in Nigeria. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for The
The hand of the law will always catch up with the guilty. It's another milestone conviction for the EFCC, as the Federal High Court in Abuja has found the chairman of the defunct pension reform tax team, PRTT, Abdurrashid Maina, guilty of money laundering charges. In a judgment delivered by Justice Okon Agbang, the court held that Maina stole over 2 billion naira belonging to pensioners, most of whom have died without reaping the fruit of their labor. Here are the details.
Justice Okon Agbang of the Federal High Court Abuja has convicted former chairman of the pension reform tax team, PRTT Abdurrashid Maina, on charges of money laundering brought against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, and has sentenced him to spend 8 years in prison. The judge ruled that the prosecution successfully established the essential ingredients of the offenses contained in the charge beyond reasonable doubt and convicted him on counts 2, 3, 6, 7, 9 and 10 of the charge. The sentence shall run from October 25, 2019. The court also ordered Maina and his firm, Common Impute Property and Investment Limited, to restitute about 2.1 billion naira traced to their bank accounts to the federal government, after which it ordered that the company should be wound up. The court found Maina culpable of concealing his true identity by inducing officials of two banks, Fidelity Bank and UBA, to open accounts for him without carrying out due diligence, using the identities of members of his family without their knowledge. Two of those accounts had cash deposit of 300 million naira, 500 million naira and 1.5 billion naira. The court held that Maina stole monies meant for pensioners, most of whom have died without reaping the fruits of their labor, as he could not explain the source of the monies in his account. Moreover, his salaries and emolument as a civil servant could not justify the monies in those accounts to which he is signatory. The court further found Maina guilty of purchasing a property in Abuja for which he paid with $1.4 million cash without passing through a financial institution. The court had on October 8 adjourned till November 8, 2021 for judgment after Justice Abang refused the request by counsel to Maina, Anayo Adibe, asking for time to file his written address. The prosecution counsel, Farouk Abdallah, opposed the application on the ground that the defendants had ample time to prepare their written address. He said the defendants cannot dictate to the court how to conduct its business. Justice Abang upheld the argument of the prosecution, stating that the defendant cannot dictate to the court when to file their written address, and no material is placed before the court to seek for an adjournment in their favor. In the course of the trial, EFCC called several witnesses. One of the witnesses, Ruqayya Ibrahim, who testified as 9th prosecution witness PW9, told the court how Maina acquired properties in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, United States of America, and a $2 million property in Jabi, Abuja. The witness revealed that about 32 documents, hard disk and flash drives relating to properties linked to Maina and his family, and details of some of his investment in Dubai and in the US were recovered from him. She said, particularly in Dubai, investigation revealed that his company, Northridge Company, owned over 50 cars that were used for transportation business, and he owns a villa in a high ground area in Dubai. His wife, Laila Abdurrashid, also owns cleaning services called Spotless and Flawless. Payslips were also recovered during the investigations, she said. The witness also disclosed that investigation proved that another of Maina's company, Congolo Dynamic, does no business, but that the defendant created a bank account for it in which his name did not appear anywhere on the account documentation, even though he was in control of all the deposit in it. She also told the court that investigation showed that Cold-Star Logistics, belonging to Maina, had a Fidelity Bank dollar account which had an inflow of over $400,000 from cash deposit as at the time the company was investigated, and further told the court that over 500 million naira was discovered in the account of Congolo Dynamic within the years Maina was chairman of PRTT. The trial was not without drama. On December 10, 2020, Maina collapsed in court, forcing Abang to adjourn till December 2021 to hear his no-case submission. He also at a point jumped bail but was arrested in Niger Republic and repatriated to Nigeria to face his trial. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for The Eagle.
That is a landmark conviction. Justice Mojisola Dada of the Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos, has sentenced a lawyer, Kenneth Chukwuemeka Ajoku, to 7 years imprisonment for offences bordering on perjury and fabrication of evidence brought against him by the Lagos Zonal Command of the EFCC. Here are the details of the proceedings.
Ajoku's travel began sometime in 2017 when the Commission received credible intelligence about a group of fraudsters who were selling federal government properties. Upon investigation, the convict and his cohorts were invited to the Commission for further investigation, but he refused to honor the invitation sent to him on several occasions. Consequently, operatives of the Commission visited the defendant's office, but he was not available. However, in a bid to frustrate the investigation into the offences, Ajoku had approached Justice I.N. Buba, then of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, to swear an affidavit on oath that he was arrested and detained by operatives of the Commission on May 4, 2017, and also demanded the sum of 300 million naira as damages. The court declined the application and ordered him to present himself for investigation by the EFCC. Thereafter, he also approached the Court of Appeal Lagos Division with false facts to frustrate the investigation by the Commission. The appellate court, however, dismissed his appeal. He was consequently arraigned on a 2-count charge bordering on perjury and fabrication of evidence, pursuant to the provisions of sections 85 subsection 1, 86 subsection 1, and 88 subsection 1 of the Criminal Laws of Lagos State of Nigeria 2011. He pleaded not guilty to the charge preferred against him by the EFCC, thereby leading to his full trial. During the trial, the prosecution counsel, Franklin Ofoma, called 3 witnesses and tendered several documents that were admitted in evidence by the court. Delivering judgment on Friday, October 29, 2021, Justice Dada found him guilty on counts 1 and 2 and sentenced him to 7 years imprisonment with an optional fine of 2,500,000 naira. Ojo Chukutami Eche for The Eagle.
Justice Muhammad Sani of the Federal High Court Ilorin has convicted and sentenced one Ajewole Ayomide Stephen, who claimed to be a former employee of LG Company, for cyber offences. And Justice Adenike Akinpelu of the Kwara State High Court Ilorin also imposed various prison terms on a self-styled lottery agent, Salami Hamid Adetayo, from Ijebu Igbo in Ijebu North local government area of Ogun State, and one Nuruddin Ibrahim, a native of Ilorin, Kwara State, for similar offence.
The convicts were prosecuted by the Ilorin Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC). They all pleaded guilty to the charges preferred against them. Innocent Mbachie prosecuted for the EFCC in the case of Ajewole, while Andrew Akoja represented the commission in the case involving Adetayo and Ibrahim. The 2 counsels urged the courts to consider the guilty plea entered by the defendants, the extrajudicial statements volunteered by them, and all the exhibits tendered to convict the defendants as charged. In his judgment, Justice Sani sentenced Ajewole to a term of 6 months in prison with option of fine of 200,000 naira only. According to the court, the convict is to forfeit the sum of 100 United States dollars, which he benefited from the criminal activity, and a Samsung phone, which was used to commit the crime, to the federal government. Similarly, Justice Akinpelu sentenced Adetayo to 6 months imprisonment with option of fine of 150,000 naira only. The court also ordered the forfeiture of the sum of 616,500 naira only, raised as restitution by the convict, his iPhone 11 Pro Max, as well as his Samsung 5A Plus, which were used to perpetrate the crime, to the federal government. The judge, in the same vein, sentenced Ibrahim to 6 months imprisonment with option of fine of 200,000 naira only, and ordered the forfeiture of his Infinix Hot 8 phone, which was used to perpetrate the crime, to the federal government. Ojo Chukutami Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
According to Wikipedia, mining is the extraction of valuable minerals or other geological materials from the earth, usually from an ore body, lode, vein, seam, reef, or placer deposit. Mining in a wider sense includes extraction of any non-renewable resources such as petroleum, natural gas, or even water. Mining can create employment to as many people as possible and create opportunities for local infrastructural development. But these prospects are undermined by criminals who profit from the sector at the expense of vulnerable population. Illegal mining is mining activity that is undertaken without state permission, in particular in absence of land rights, mining licenses, and exploration or mineral transportation permits. Illegal mining is an issue in Nigeria and can lead to violent local conflict, and that's why today on The Eagle, our interview segment will be talking about mining offenses in Nigeria. Over to you, Ojo Chokutami.
Glad to have you again on the interview segment of the program today. Now, while trying to make some money for yourself through mining, you may fall into the hands of the law. What makes mining illegal? Stay with me as we get answers from the Chief Superintendent of the EFCC and Head, Counter-Terrorism and General Investigations, CTGI, and Pension Fraud 1, Port Harcourt Zonal Command, Abdurazak Abubakar Aliu. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you.
When is mining illegal? When is mining said to be illegal?
To start with, mining is mining of mineral resources. First of all, what is mineral resources? Mineral resources simply refers to those naturally occurring solid minerals, liquid minerals, or gaseous minerals. They naturally occur in or on earth. So that is mineral resources. I don't need to give examples. You know what mineral resources are. Then mining is that activity of exploring and exploiting that mineral resources. Yes, as you rightly said, mining sector is actually one of the most important sector of the Nigerian economy. Because of its importance, the federal government deemed it fit to set up or establish a ministry, that is the Federal Ministry of Mines and Steel Development. It was established in 1995 during the late General Sani Abacha's regime. The ministry was saddled with that responsibility of formulating policies, providing information and potentials on mining sector, mining industry, and as well as generating income for the government, job creation. The ministry is saddled with that responsibility of formulating policies, providing information and potentials on mining. And providing information on mining potentials and production. And the essence is to encourage the development of that sector so that it will realize that objective of improved revenue generation of the country as well as job creation. That is that. Yes, metal and mineral sector is one of the most important sectors of the economy. It plays a major role in the country's development, particularly when it comes to industrialization drive of the economy. Having said that, that is why the government, through the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, set up some procedures or guidelines in which to achieve this objective. To make it, just to sanitize that industry, organize it, make it attractive among the sectors of the economy. And first of all, before one should engage in mining, one need to have a license or permit, or as they call it, mineral title. And that mineral title is of 5 or 6 different types. We have the recognizance permit. That recognizance permit allow you to search for mineral. It gives you that non-exclusive right to search for minerals anywhere in this country, and that recognizance permit lasts for only 1 year, but it is renewable. But you cannot use recognizance permit to start mining minerals in Nigeria. After that recognizance permit, we have what they call exploration license. And that exploration license, it allows a potential miner to explore. That is all activities towards ascertaining the quantity, quality, and the location of minerals, as well as the commercial value of that minerals. And that one too, it is valid for like 3 years and is renewable.
In all of this, what exactly is the EFCC doing to curb illegal mining in Nigeria, apart from the collaboration you talked about?
Yes, investigation and prosecution of offenders. We have cases that are in court, cases that are being prosecuted in courts. So they will be prosecuted. Okay, we have cases of illegal mining in courts presently, and they will be prosecuted. For the illegal miners, my word of advice to them is they should be patriotic citizens. They should stop all these illegalities, and they should know that crime does not pay. And they should know that EFCC or the law will surely caught them one day.
As rightly heard by Abdulrazak Abubakar Aliyu, Chief Superintendent and the Head Counter-Terrorism and General Investigation and Pension Fraud Unit, Port Harcourt Zonal Command, all illegal miners should be patriotic enough to stop all illegalities, and they should remember that the law will always catch up with the guilty. Also, the EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime. Say no to economic and financial crimes and do the right thing, always. Before we go, we'll always leave you with this message that says investing your resources today for a better tomorrow is what everyone prays for. But as you do, the EFCC want to sound this note of caution. Be careful whom you give your money to invest for you. This is a scam alert. Scammers are on the loose in every part of the country in these hard times. Every day, men and women are defrauded by those they trust, who use all forms of devious means in the name of investing platform. Be careful what type of investment scheme you subscribe to, and if you have fallen into the hands of any investment scammer or suspect anyone of involving in investment scam, please report to the EFCC immediately. And that's how we draw the curtains on today's episode of The Eagle. Do not forget, for matters relating to economic and financial crimes, please send an email to info@efcc.gov.ng. And to speak to our officers, you can call 0809 3322 644 and follow us on all our social media platforms at Official EFCC. If you see fraud happening, use the EFCC mobile app, The Eagle Eye. Download the app, follow the steps, and report fraud on the go. You can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload. My name is Aisha Mohammed. I leave you with these parting words that says, take responsibility and accountability for your actions, good and bad. Respect yourself and others around you, no matter where you are. Demonstrate reliability and trustworthiness. Show patience and flexibility even when unexpected obstacles show up. Do the right thing always. Goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please stay safe and be kind to one another.